to Katie's Insight. Oh my goodness, I have really fun updates. Okay, let me start by saying, why am I sitting like this? If I do this too long, it hurts my neck. Wait, do I look like I have a big double chin? I do. Okay, let me start all this right now by saying a couple things. First of all, I really have just wanted to put this situation behind me, and I wanted to move on as honestly, but as maturely as I can. I don't really want to continue to talk about this. The problem is this company keeps talking about me, and they keep lying non-stop, and I keep having to hear about it. And at some point you have to stand up for yourself, and they have said it's time for them to stand up for themselves. Okay, boo-boo, two can play at that game, but I guarantee y'all the NAA you're gonna lose because you don't know what you're doing and people see through what you're putting out. But in regard to all this, I have a very exciting announcement. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is that I have officially won my lawsuit. Yay! What does that mean? Let me kind of break that down and explain that to you. So today I had a hearing for bankruptcy. Now, when you file bankruptcy, when you're in a lawsuit, that puts the bankruptcy in what they call a stay. And what that basically means is the bankruptcy's on hold. If the bankruptcy goes through uncontested, everything goes through well, that's it. It's done, and the court case is thrown out. And because we have double jeopardy laws in this country, they cannot try to re-sue me for the things in the past. There's only one claim they have against me. I'll go over all of this one day for you guys, and it's for fraud. What they're alleging is that from the moment I met them in February of 2020, that I conspired to make a big channel successful and steal it from them about stimulus and about the virus. You know, before stimulus was a thing and before we really knew what the virus was. Because that makes sense. That's the only thing they could now go after me with. But they are so much money in the hole. Well, they say they're in the hole. I kind of question whether that's true because their lawyer was so adamant about trying to get money from us that they think that they're owed. I wonder if their lawyer's been paid at all. I would love to see that evidence because they're really good at making claims and not showing any evidence. But your girl here comes correct. I always come with receipts 4 days to back up what I am saying. So here's where it's at. With the lawsuit, this is what has happened. All of this is public record. I will have in the description, you guys can see I have the all the papers in the court case. You can look this up for yourself. Now it is online in the Nevada courts. But to be able to get this information, I think you have to pay for it. So you can, and you can look in the folders that I have and you can see what the case numbers, you can see everything. Because I'm not trying to hide anything. I will tell you right now, they lied up one side and down another of those court papers. For instance, one real interesting thing in the court papers. They say that they sent me $21,000 in June and then $20,000 in July. But if you look, they only have one $20,000 payment as evidence. This is what's called an exhibit on there. There's only one exhibit of one payment they've given me, and they didn't have anything for the $21,000. They literally made stuff up in federal court to a federal judge. You might ask yourself, well, how could they get away with lying about things like this and not get in trouble? Or there's even some things. For instance, when we went to court, the lawyers for Michael, for NAA Worldwide, for their side, for Denise Darrell, the lawyers came in there and it was hilarious because they came in and they said that basically what we're trying to do is we were trying to get receiver of the funds so that we could make sure the funds are evenly distributed. And what happened was they said, we have to, their side said, we have to do this quickly. There's a $100,000 payment coming. And we said, no. They said, yes, there is. And judge says, do you have evidence for that? Nothing. And we're like, we do. It's actually $42,000. And guys, believe me, if you think I got a bunch of money, I didn't. It all went to my lawyer, who's fantastic. Chris Austin out of Nevada, Las Vegas. Go see him if you have issues. Best person, best lawyer. He's actually not just a great lawyer, brilliant man. He's good people. Go check him out. It's hard to find good people that are lawyers. So with that being said, they lied and said, like, there's $100,000 coming when it's literally less than half of that. There were just several things. Now, here's what happened in court. I want to kind of try to explain it to you so you guys kind of have an understanding. When we went to court, it was a Thursday night. They filed an emergency ex parte on me so they could take back control of the channel, citing that I am damaging them by having control of the channel. The judge denied their motion, and he ruled in my favor. So they tried a couple other sneaky things like that. Now let me explain how federal court works. In federal court, there is a docket and there is a schedule on how things are going to go that is put together by the federal judge, as well as this is just the way it's procedure. Now, you can kind of do last minute things when it's like, you know, local courts or state courts, but federal court is a different game. And so then they tried again. They tried again to do it, but this time they last minute, the night before court, made my lawyer stay up hours, made me pay more money to my lawyer. Not that he's not worth it, but Lord, things are expensive, and it wasted his energy because they said another emergency ex parte. They wanted to then take over my new channel and get my money. The judge said no. They demanded they wanted to use the receiver they get to receive to use the funds. The judge said no. The judge has ruled in my favor every single time, even though NAA is running around and telling people we won in court. That is not true. You can look up all the court papers. Now, you guys know me and you know my history. I have a lot of chronic conditions. I have a ton of medical debt. I needed to file bankruptcy this year anyway. In this situation, I walked away working so hard and building that channel as big as I did and having almost nothing to show for it. So I said, okay, bankruptcy time. And when filing bankruptcy, I learned as I've been going through the process that that would also cancel out court. So the federal judge has ruled in my favor, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Actually, there was a fourth too. There was a fourth in there. So, and I'll go with these details I'll go into in a second, but the last payment that was supposed to come to me, or that was supposed to come to both of us, I filed bankruptcy before that happened, and I got to keep the payment. They still owe me tens of thousands of dollars. It's a drop in the bucket to what they owe me. And they went to court over it. The judge said she's in bankruptcy. I am not going to order her to pay this money. And the judge also saw through what they were doing. The judge twice. We had 3 phone hearings and there was 1 in person that I wasn't there. The judge yelled at their lawyer twice, like raised his voice yelling. It was very dramatic. I've never heard anything like that. Go read the court papers. You'll start to infer where he got mad. They got literally the NAA side. They started interrupting the judge repeatedly to where he had to yell at him. They had to yell at him and threaten action. It was hilarious. So that's real fun. I'll give you another quick update too, and then I'm gonna get into exactly what I wanna talk about with this. There's something really funny about the situation. As I've predicted, I have several people coming out of the woodwork who have worked with NAA or who recently did and left. I'm gonna protect people's privacy because that's the kind of person I wanna be, because I know what it's like to have your privacy violated online when a company gets mad because you're asserting your rights to get paid, and they decide to put out all your personal information as maybe a form of harassment and intimidation, which is what my former company did, as you guys are aware, and we'll go into all of that later. But I found out the majority of the people that are now at the NAA Worldwide, 2 things. First of all, if you saw my recent video, their channel is being in the process of terminated for copyright strikes. So me and my lawyer told them repeatedly, you have to remove my content. I tried to strike deals with them to buy the channel from them, to buy it out. They wouldn't do it. And so I said, okay, to do this channel, I would have to give up that channel and I'd have to give up my ownership rights. But I didn't give up my 50% revenue. They still owe me 50% revenue. I'll never see that, but that's okay because they're getting terminated. They're not gonna probably see that money either. So we told them, if I leave, you have to take my work down. It's my copyrighted work. Even the judge said this is my copyright. They said, okay, but these are not people with integrity and that will stick to their word. It's the unfortunate point with NAA, the people you're dealing with, Denise Darrell and Michael Anderson, or maybe his name is Michael Mark Bryant. Maybe, you know what? A real good thing to look up if you guys are interested, One Lifestyle LA. Make sure and check out the logo. I bet it'd be interesting if you look up One Lifestyle LA. Maybe it's a company that maybe did lease takeovers, and look at the logo compared to the NAA logo. I bet you're gonna find some real interesting similarities. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You know, Michael Anderson, that's a real generic name, isn't it? So is Michael Mark Bryant. Just gonna throw that out there. So they keep running their mouths about me. And this is why I'm irritated, guys. And with the copyright, we said take it down, they didn't, so I issued copyright strikes. Now here's where they are not very intelligent. They fought me on it. What they don't know, because they don't know anything about copyright or how YouTube works. If you fight a copyright strike, you better be in the right. Because if I then prove I'm in the right in the situation legally, you will get strikes on your account. And I issued like, what was it, like 15, 20, I can't remember, but I issued a ton of copyright strikes to them. So their channel's in the process of being terminated. So now they are on a new channel where they can't crack 100 subscribers and they can barely crack 50 views a video. If you look, the majority of the hosts, there were about 7 or 8 of them. I actually think there might have been 9 in total. They're gone. There's only a couple that are left. So I'm just gonna give you a little tidbit of some things I've heard from a couple sources. They fired everybody. There has been pay disputes. Ooh, surprise. And maybe people are getting paid, maybe they're not. Maybe they had issues the whole time getting a check. And yeah, and they said to the people, well, you can come back and work for us if it's for free. Everything I predicted that was going to happen happened. Not because I'm psychic or I'm so smart, it's just once you learn how these types of people work, you can see the playbook. Now, why am I doing a video about this and why am I giggling about this so much? Is this just for gossip? No. I found another place where they can't stop talking about me. Let me set this up for you because this week, this is going to end up being a series. Because at this point, I want to leave as much of a paper trail as I possibly can so when people look up NAA worldwide, they can be cautioned with the things that I have seen and the things that I know about this company. Because I can't tell you how many people, it's probably up to 9 people now, 8 or 9 people have come to me and said, I worked for them, I did not get paid, they put me through this, the shadiness here, the this, there. All kinds of stuff, guys, including people who have recently worked for them. So I can't wait. I really hope Michael watches this video and he gets all crazy in his mind with the blank theories because he loves to do that. So let me tell you what happened. Just recently, and I will be putting this up soon, NAA Worldwide decided, because they want to counteract what's going on with me, they were going to go to a drama channel and do an interview. Let me explain what that means. I used to be on the side of YouTube that dealt with what they call drama. I was very sick. I didn't understand how the internet worked, and I made some mistakes here and there, but I got very popular, like I did here, very popular very quickly for the work that I did. The type of work I did was I went after people that hurt women and children, fleas and fur, and I got very known for that. But it's a very toxic environment, and I left because this is a crowd of people that will step in and step over your real life and try to do real life harm to you and the people around you. And I said, not worth it. There aren't boundaries there. So that's why, if you guys want to know, I'm so genuine and sincere when I'm always talking about how great you guys are as an audience and how I don't expect your kindness, because that's what I'm used to. So a very reputable big corporation company like NAA Worldwide that has offices in Wall Street and Avenue of the Stars and in London, stuff like that. By the way, the addresses, we'll talk about the addresses one day. They just have all these really big named addresses across the globe. Addresses that would cost you a ton of money to be at. We'll talk about that at some point. But this big reputable company decided, you know, the best way to reshape our image is to go to drama channels on YouTube and talk crap about me. The problem is, and he doesn't know any of this because they don't know what they're doing, none of the drama channels are going to touch this subject. However, there was one. Said I'll bite. His name is RSN, Real Stream News. You can go check him out. He's been a friend of mine. Now, he's on the drama side of YouTube. This is not a side of YouTube I'm on anymore, but he's always been over that on that side of YouTube. He's been very kind and very friendly to me. I would almost caution to say the word friend, only because I learned over there are no friends. But he has been very kind to me. I would use the word friend with him. And he had been talking to me from the very beginning of all this stuff about what's going on with NAA, and he had all the info. He had all the paperwork. He knew what was going on because he's a friend. I showed it to him. They reached out to him and tried to sell him to do an interview. Now, here are the things I find funny. First of all, I'm going to be doing a reaction to this. The interview is 120 minutes long, 2 hours long, and during the interview, I confront the CEO. I want you guys to know it was crazy. So I'm going to have to divide this up in probably 3 parts. This will be a 3-parter, but why am I doing this video? Because I found out, and thank you to my subscriber, hey girl, hey, and I will email you later. She emailed me and she said, I got this from NAA. I thought you should know. Y'all, they took it upon themselves to hype up the interview to all of their clients. All 20 of you. No, I'm kidding. I like that they always like to say we have 300,000 people. I would love to see the evidence of that. I would love to see the evidence of that. Maybe they bought 300,000 emails, sure. but I highly doubt that, because I heard back and forth about we barely have any clients, we don't have any paying. I just heard so many stories back and forth that there's no way to keep up. I want to show this to you guys because this is funny. So I'm going to pull up this email here and you can see what they said before the interview, and then I'm going to give you some tidbits and teasers of what's coming with this interview so you guys know what's up and you know what the deal is, because obviously, as always goes, it's nothing like they say. So let's dive in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to protect the privacy of the person who wrote me, but I'm going to go ahead and share some of this. But I'm not going to put out who it is. It says, "Hey Katie, I'm a sub on your new YouTube channel and used to watch you on the NAA channel. I got this email from them, NAA Friday, and noticed it yesterday. I clicked on their link to watch the interview and just wanted to let you know, in case you didn't already, that they are sending this to everyone on their mailing list. I never signed up or paid for their membership, thank God. So I'm assuming they just sent this to everyone on their mailing list. That's right, the 300,000 people is just a mailing list, in my opinion. I never even had access to it. I just know how they operate and how much they lie and do puffery. So that's just what I assume. So she says, anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up in case there's anything your lawyer could use for this, considering he's still trying to make you look bad. I also have gone a step further and seen all the crap this scam artist has been doing to people in other business avenues. I can't believe this guy, Michael Anderson, Michael Mark Bryant, is still getting away with these scams and hasn't gotten arrested. Kinda shady, him hiding his identity through the YouTube interview. By the way, everybody on the YouTube interview hid their identity, except for me, because I'm a badass B. Because I'm a bad AB, y'all. Infer! Anyways, just thought I would forward this email to you in case you weren't aware. Here it is. Subject line in all caps, because that screams real legitimate business. In all caps, in bold. First of all, you flipping morons. That's gonna just make things go into spam. That right there is like, okay, I've done some email marketing, and there are all these different rules, regulations, and there are all these things that you shouldn't do to trigger your email going into spam. Using all caps and being like this would be that. And of course that's what they do, because they don't know what they're doing. I wonder if this is going to have a lot of spelling errors, because anything that has to do with Michael Mark Bryant has tons. If you guys go look at the website is, I'm assuming, probably still full of grammar and spelling issues. I don't know about their new site. I know the old one was, and we had rows on that because I was like, this makes us look like scam. They didn't want to fix it, and I was lied to and strung along. So here it is. It says, attention all loyal members and subscribers. Good afternoon to all NAA Worldwide members and subscribers. NAA Worldwide will be conducting a very important administrative interview with a fellow YouTuber to share with our members of the general public on the status of our YouTube channel in former post. Let's break this down for a second. NAA Worldwide will be conducting a very important administrative... What is an administrative interview? Somebody explain to me what that even means. It just sounds like he's trying to put big words together to sound super professional and impress somebody. But like, to somebody with even half a brain cell, this looks shady. It looks like people who don't really understand English trying way too hard to push something on you. You know, real legitimate companies. As you may know, it has been a delicate time within our company, and we recognize that at this time, we begin to answer some of the questions you may have about our current standing with our former YouTube content creator. Actually, most people know, because I put it out there for so many people and they've seen the evidence, and the smart ones went and looked at the court documents, Michael. So they're aware of what's going on, which is why before the channel that I built was taken down off of 110,000 subscribers and all those amazing algorithms I built, so you could minimum get 30,000 views of video if you talked about stimulus, your videos couldn't crack 500. So anyways, he says, as a company, we believe that the wheels of justice turn slow, but also strong and steady when you have your heart in the right place. Well, I guess that's why you guys never win. I guess your hearts are just real dirty and black. Because you guys know you're not going to get anywhere with your suits on me, and now you can't. Because you guys thought you could pull one over on me. See, what they did by doing this last-minute ex parte lawsuit on a Thursday, I had to respond by Monday, and they were like, she's not going to be able to respond or get anybody, and if she doesn't, we win. This was a real sneaky tactic. Didn't work. Guess what? Me and my lawyer have outsmarted you every step of the way, and you did not expect that. So we think the wheels of justice turn slow. That's their way of saying, well, if you did look at court, we know that we lost. And you're going to continue to lose because per your logic, your hearts are black. So it says, they're also strong and steady when your heart is in the right place. Our company has endured countless slander from an individual whom it used to take care of. When you say you took care of me, do you mean that you didn't pay me for months and then didn't stop payments on the payments you did give me and you didn't pay tons of other people? Is that what you mean by you took care of me? Is that how you guys take, because it sounds like that's how you guys take care of people, is not paying them what they're supposed to get. So it says, we have held our tongue so as to not damage our company's reputation. Did you guys see the lie there? Do you guys remember they put all over their website, they put slanderous, defamatory, false information. Some of it was, now there were nuggets of truth in there. I'm going to concede that, but they put a lot of false information, and then they put out my full driver's license, my bank account, my running account, the bank I signed up for. Is that what you guys called holding your tongue? And they really think, guys, you're just going to blindly buy all this. You guys know what happened. You saw what happened. Do you see what I'm saying? They keep running their mouths while I have been quiet, acting like they're the quiet ones. Amazing. Amazing. I love the gaslighting of it all. So it says, we've held our tongue so as not to damage our company's reputation. Oh, you did a great job of that, Michael Anderson, which would have affected the nearly 300,000 members we represent. They would love to see evidence of that. Today, we can finally say it's time we re-engage with our public and provide some clarity! Exclamation. I thought you provided enough clarity by saying that me having former YouTube accounts that I built successfully that you knew about, even though you contradict yourself on that, right? Just different usernames. I had different aliases. They said one of their aliases for me was Jane Doe. Y'all, I must really be in hiding. I love it. So it says, at 4 p.m. Pacific time, NAA Worldwide's administrative team will be participating in an interview with a fellow YouTuber who, like you, wants to know the facts. Big letters, facts. Attached is the link to his channel. We hope to see you there. Stay tuned. And then at the bottom, oh my God, y'all, this is so embarrassing. It says we will be giving away a 50-inch smart TV to a lucky subscriber once the interview has completed. Now, I don't want to give away everything about the interview, but I will say I spanked them because I confronted them as well as somebody else who did not get paid confronted them and they ran away. You guys are going to love it. And they were caught lying back and forth several times by me and by this host. And little did they know I'm friends with the host. Not only am I just friends, he has seen all the evidence, even stuff I can't show you guys because I have trusted him with my private information. He's never disrespected my privacy. He's seen everything. So he knows that I'm not full of crap on this situation and has seen what they've done. And funny enough, he point blank told them, I don't want your giveaway. I don't want your crappy TV. Because if you guys don't provide that, then it becomes a big mess for me. And I'm sorry, with people right now struggling, nobody wants a flipping TV. That's why he was real big on wanting to do he was like, well, let's give out $25 gift cards to Applebee's and we'll give away things. I'm like, people need money. We need to give them cash in their pockets so they can pay their bills, which is why I pushed so hard for the $100 gift cards. Too bad I didn't know that some people weren't getting them because he wanted to give physical gift cards you can send through the mail. You know, that's not right for fraud or stealing. And I kept saying, hey, Cash App is a thing and it's super easy. And you look in the comments, everybody seems to know how to use it. He didn't want to do it. So guys, I want to sum this up for you. To all of their clients, they sent an email out of all my personal information, a bunch of lies, and then had it up on the website for over a month, for weeks. Okay? On the front page of their website was me, beware of this person. Now, they send this email. They sought out, by the way, they were the ones that sought out the interview with my friend. They were the ones seeking out this interview with him on a drama channel to try to change their image. And no disrespect to Realstream. He's great. But he's a smaller channel, a smaller, modest channel, almost 13,000 subscribers. And it's like, my God, I built a channel of 110,000 subscribers. You're saying the only person you could get to talk to is a friend of mine with 13,000? Are you out of your... And my friend, by the way, tried to be fair with them. He tried. He really did try. He was like, I'm going to let them say their piece. And then, you know, if you want to come on and there's another person that worked for him that didn't get paid want to come on, you guys are more than welcome to. And that's how we did it. But it's so funny. I'm just like, you guys... And then you lie throughout this. You say you've held your tongue when you put out information. You are literally lying to all of these people you're supposed to represent. I love it. They say we represent 95 million people. I'm like, you mean you have the marketing reach? That doesn't mean anything. That's like me saying, you know what, if I go advertise on Facebook, I have a 4 million person reach. Okay, that means I have the ability to reach 4 million people, but that doesn't mean anything. It means if I advertise, there's a possibility, if I put in enough money, that it could reach this many people, but it doesn't mean it's going. Like, it literally is a statement that means nothing. So I love this because they just keep lying and they keep lying in my name about me. And because I was the one that got people on board, I got them on this channel, and some of them signed up on this company because of me, I feel a responsibility to correct the statements that they are saying. So no, this is not correct. And I just cannot believe a reputable company would put out that they're doing an interview on a channel that's a drama channel with 13,000 people, and they're going to give away a 50-inch. Ooh, 50 inches, guys. A 50-inch. Like, that doesn't even make sense as a giveaway. I'm telling you, from a marketing and sales standpoint, it would make sense to a degree on your channel, but right now it's a bit of an insult because people are hurting. They don't need things. They need to have the electricity to use the things that they have to pay for it. But y'all, I just had to bring this up. And I thought there was another thing I would bring up too, because I think it's really, really funny. I would like to bring up the email, the way that they contacted my friend to even get the interview, because that's hilarious in itself. So let's take a look at that. Here's the screenshot. First of all, they reached out to him on Twitter because reputable companies, they're going to reach out to you on Twitter. Now that's maybe more of a little bit more of a diss from me. Like, I guess they can reach out however they want. I just think it's funny. So listen, they said, hello there, Realstream. I'm reaching out from NAA worldwide, ! As you know, you recently live streamed an interview with an individual involved in a litigation lawsuit against us. And as we watched in earnest, we noticed that there are a few things that were not mentioned. As a company that prides itself in its integrity and service to our members, we would like for you and your public to interview us. We firmly believe that there are always two sides to the story. You mean my side, your side, and the truth, which is my side, because I put out documentation for the things I say, and a federal judge ruled in my favor. It says, and we were hoping we could share our story with you and your audience, while also informing our audience of over 104,000 subscribers on the facts. I love it. He's trying to build clout. Or this is Michael. Michael's trying to build clout around himself by acting like, ooh, we're this big company. We've got this big channel. You got a big channel that you can't get any views off of because you guys aren't smart. Well, I shouldn't say guys. I think the people who were working there, the new hosts and those people, they, from my understanding, they're a bunch of people in journalism, and they tried to help Michael understand what the HELL he's doing, but Michael wanted to run it to the ground because this is who he is. So it says we can help. He says the live stream interview guided by you can help both in big letters. Our channels in the sense that we have a relatively large follower base and the content is self-made. As you may have noticed, this situation is drawing a lot of attention, ! This one I think is funny because the videos I've done on this, they don't do that well. I appreciate all the views and I appreciate the people who've been interested, but it's not like they've been doing super good. But what that tells you is their channel's doing so horribly that even if I just do a video that gets a couple thousand views, they look at it as super good and lots of attention. Oh, I feel bad. I almost feel bad for them. If Michael and Denise weren't such horrible people, I'd feel bad for them. But I don't, because they are. This can help your channel receive more exposure while allowing our much bigger channel to provide some clarity to our audience. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Couple things. It sounds like they were wanting to put some of or all of this interview on their channel of 104, which is now 103,000 subscribers. The problem is, and again, they're not smart enough to understand this. When they get copyright strikes, as they have, and you get more than 3, it's 3 and you're terminated. There is no content on their channel. Now, if you've heard them speak, we'll go over this in another video. They have said, we remove the content. They have not removed the content, in my opinion. YouTube has removed it, because if that were the case, they would remove all of the content that I had done and not the new content, but they removed all the content, even stuff I don't have the copyright to. How does that make sense? So I think in their minds, they thought they were going to win this fight with YouTube and the copyright, which they're not, and they can't, because we have federal court papers from a judge that says I'm the copyright holder and owner, as well as that I just am. It's my work. There's nothing in the contract that states copyright. And that's because, again, this company doesn't know what they're doing. But I think this whole thing is really funny, because I think they were going to take clips from this and be able to put on their channel to say, see, this is our side of it. But if your channel's being terminated, you can't upload. And I'm sorry, Michael, you will never have another successful YouTube channel. I was literally the goose that laid the golden eggs for you guys, but my eggs weren't just golden, they were rainbow with diamonds. You will never find another person who is going to be as dedicated as I am, who will work as hard as I do, who is as driven, and you will never find another person that can build a company channel the way I did. It almost doesn't exist. This is why companies on YouTube, if you see company channels, they use it for advertisement. They typically, unless it's like a gaming company or something, that's different, because then they can engage the YouTubers themselves. But a regular run-of-the-mill company like yours never gets successful on YouTube. And literally the way you're running your channel is the reason why. Now, if you guys ever wanted a master class on how to make a YouTube channel, I want you to study everything NAA has done so far. That will show you everything you don't want to do. I think it's hilarious watching their channel. I see everything they're doing and it's wrong, and that's why it's not working and it's not going to work. And furthermore, they have ruined their reputation. When you don't pay not just the host of your channel, an owner, one of the owners, if you don't pay the owner of the channel, the one who built it, what they're supposed to get, and this person has killed themselves, put their health in jeopardy, and bent over backwards for you, this is the kind of stuff that you do. So I don't know what you mean when you say if your heart's in the right place, that decent things will happen. I guess that means decent things aren't going to happen to you guys unless you make some major changes in your life and you stop doing things like the leasing things you like to do. Again, I'm just going to mention this again. Y'all, look up One Lifestyle LA, O-N-E, lifestyle, and then LA, like the city of Los Angeles. See what pops up. See what people like this actually do and what they're about. And by the way, if you guys want more information and if they keep running their mouths, I have all of their emails copied. All of them I had professionally copied. Not just I took screenshots, even though I did all that. Went to a company, had it professionally done. And I want to throw that out there with all of you about this situation. And I'm tired of being lied about. I'm tired of it. But guys, I think it's funny. They promoted an interview where they got spanked. Because here's what's happened in the interview. And again, I'm going to show you guys the interview and go over all of it. It's just going to take a while to film. This is a bit of a process. But here's what happened with the interview. They came on and they tried to lie to everybody. And there were two people. First, it was one of their lackeys, and then the CEO tried to come in and cover. They both lied, and they both said completely opposite things, and the audience caught it. Michael thought he could come in and just do what he always does. He could smooth talk and smooth things over. The problem is he doesn't understand the audience he's in. This is the drama audience, and they are always looking and sniffing for the BS. So they had about 45 minutes of literally destroying themselves and turning the whole audience against them before I even showed up. And the host said, I don't want your 50-inch TV. So from NAA, this is a credible YouTuber who wants the facts out there, who laughed at them and sided with me. Good job promoting that you guys are pieces of crap again. Good job. Keep lying though, because all I have to do is show federal court papers. And the problem is when you type in NAA worldwide now my videos come up. So now people know what you're all about. I guess Denise Darrell and Michael Anderson, it's time to change names and start a brand new company again. Just like you guys continue to seemingly do when the heat gets to be too much. But this is why you should pay your people, especially the people who have a platform or have brought you a ton of money. I literally created money out of thin air for you. And the fact that you did this to me and other people is disgusting. And I'm not going to continue to let you get away with talking about me and using my good name and saying crap about me. And the great thing is, at the end of the day, I don't even really have to say much. I'm doing this because I'm doing it for me and for other people. But at the end of the day, Everybody is watching you guys and they are seeing what you're doing. And that's why you have very few sales anymore from YouTube, if any at all, and nobody trusts you guys. It's because of your own actions. And I do think it's funny that their YouTube channel failed. I don't wish failure on anybody, but of course, again, Michael, when your heart's not in the right place, right? When your heart's not in the right place. So there you go, guys. I wanted to give you an update and let you know. Here over the next few days, we're going to have a series about this interview. I'm going to be reacting to it, and I'm going to show you real time where they were lying and misleading everybody. And you get to see me come in and go off on them. And it's going to be a fun time. Because at this point, if they are going to do so much to destroy what I built and destroy my life and to try to ruin my name, all right, we're going to have at least some giggles. I'll make a little bit of money off of it, and it will entertain you guys. And it is nice when you see people who take advantage of people like this. It is nice to be able to watch them get their comeuppance, because so rarely does it happen. So thank you, Michael Anderson and Denise Darrell, for allowing me to hand you a big old can of comeuppance, because you guys need it. Be legitimate. Pay your people. Stop doing the things that you are doing. And stop talking about me, and you won't have an issue with me making videos. Or do you want to go through another lawsuit where I'm going to spank you again and you can be another $80,000 in the hole of a lawyer that you probably don't pay? All right, guys, if you are new or if you're old, I don't care who you are. If you could help me out and you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, hit notifications so you can be notified what's coming to the pipeline for you and your stimulus money. Also, guys, please comment. Leave tons of comments. All the comments help me grow the channel, and share this content with as many people as you can. People you think would be entertained by this, or people who may be taken advantage of by companies, so they can have a similar story to look at and relate to. And guys, the more you like, subscribe, comment, hit notifications, share the content, the more my channel grows. The more it grows, the more things I can do for you guys. I'm giving away a $100 gift card. Very simple. This is all you have to do to be entered. Like every video that you see. Subscribe. Hit notifications, comment, share the content. Boom, you're entered, you're eligible. That's all you have to do. The more comments you leave, the more chances you have to win. If you leave 100 comments, you have 100 times more chance of winning a gift card. It helps me grow the channel. The more I grow it, you guys know how I operate, the more I can do to give back to you guys, and I would be so happy to do that. Also, guys, add me on Facebook, Katie's Insight. Like the page, join the group, Katie's Corner. Will be changed to Katie's Insight soon. We're helping with stimulus, elections, politics, finance. We're helping you guys find solutions and money during all of this craziness. There's no sales or anything like that. We literally have people trying to help you guys find stimulus money in your states and in your cities, and we would love to help as many people as possible. Okay, guys, I'm going to be done for now, but trust me, we have more fun to come on this subject, and I can't wait to bring it to you. All right, guys, this has been Katie, and thank you so much for listening to my insight. I'm so grateful to all of you. It's like, I feel like I end these videos with a mini prayer of saying, thank you, God. I'm so grateful that you brought me such a wonderful audience and the best people in the world. I couldn't have done all of this without you guys. I couldn't have recovered from this situation. Literally, I couldn't have done it without all of you. And I am so grateful for all your love and support. And if I can build this channel again, I will work my butt off to make sure I can get back to where I was and continue to help you guys, because you deserve it. You deserve all the love and support in the world, and I want to give you as much as you've given me. Hugs, kisses, loves. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.